Hello everyone, in this video I will show you the new features which we have introduced with SAP Customer Checkout Feature Pack 9. Mobile payment with Blue Code. Blue Code is a European mobile payment solution which allows customers a cashless payment at point of sale by smartphone or smartwatch. The cashier can scan the items, then select the payment with Blue Code option. The customer will now show his mobile app where there will be a barcode which the cashier can scan, and then the transaction is finished. Super fast. SAP Customer Checkout integration with event ticketing allows you to sell tickets from the event ticketing system plus merchandising materials from SAP Customer Checkout in one basket. You can add the merchandising material, you can go on the event ticketing function, you can add the tickets from the event ticketing system and click on pay. You are back in SAP Customer Checkout. All your merchandising materials, all your tickets are in one transaction. You can pay and print your tickets. German Certification 2020. There are three parts to it. First is the obligation of receipt printing. The second is a technical safety device. And the third is the ability to export the data in a prescribed format. In Feature Pack 9, for the technical device, we support the Diebold Nixdorf TAC device, for which you can maintain all the necessary configuration here. And now, when you make a sale and finish the transaction, then in the printout, you can see information from the TAC device. For exporting data in the given format, you can do this after day end closing, where there is now a generate button which will export the data in the requested format. Multi-tenancy in SAP Customer Checkout Manager. We now support multi-tenancy in SAP Customer Checkout Manager. This is extremely helpful for large installations where you need multiple Customer Checkout Manager. So earlier you have to install multiple times Tomcat and install multiple Customer Checkout Manager, and in update process you have to update each one of them. And in the multi-tenancy mode, you install one Tomcat and one Customer Checkout Manager, and you can create multiple tenants out of it. Each tenant is completely independent and the data from one tenant cannot be seen in another tenant. How does all this work? If I am running Customer Checkout Manager in multi-tenant mode, I will have a new app called Tenants, and in this tenant app you can create multiple tenants. You can see I have so many tenants running here. You can click on the add button, provide all the necessary data, and a new tenant will be created for you within minutes. And once a new tenant is available, you can log in into the new tenant. And as you see in the login screen also, you have to provide the tenant ID if you are running in multi-tenant mode. And when I log in this tenant, it will have completely empty Customer Checkout Manager where you can start creating your data from scratch. Quick selection enhancement. So here we have done a lot and I will only focus on a few of them. First of all, in Feature Pack 8, only the area which is marked in red, the quick selection area, only this was configurable. And now with Feature Pack 9, the area which is marked in green, which we call as quick functions, this is also completely configurable. Also, the payment area which is highlighted in black is also completely configurable. So now 75% of the sales screen is configurable. Right now the sales grid is not configurable, but that will also come soon. When you install a new SAP Customer Checkout which is running in the quick service or table service mode, now you don't see your quick selection area as empty. We by default provide you a quick selection area where all the functions that are supported is already pre-configured. The pre-configured SAP default quick selection is also available in SAP Customer Checkout Manager, and now we also support downloading the quick selection and importing them in another system. As you can see here, we also have the payment effects and quick effects by which you can configure the payment area and the quick functions area. And if you want to go into any specific place, then you can click on the point in the right hand side and you will be directly navigated where you can maintain the right function or article for it. We also support parameters in the function. so that, for example, to the warehouse function, you can now assign a parameter where you can enter the warehouse ID, so that in SAP Customer Checkout, when you click on these functions, the warehouse is selected, which reduces the number of end user clicks. We also support components, so that the select customer component or the article image component or the numpad component can be displayed in any part of the screen as you want. We made several enhancements for receipt operations. The first is a new job in SAP Customer Checkout Manager, which helps you to repost your receipt to an external system. The second is a report. We have a new report, Receipt Gap Finder. This helps you to find receipts which have not reached SAP Customer Checkout Manager. And the third is that now cancelled receipts are also part of day end closing, so that you don't miss out some receipt numbers in your sales summary. So the receipt reposting jobs. So if you go in Customer Checkout Manager jobs and you want to create a new job, then you will see that there is a new job for receipt repost. And now how and where does this job helps you? For example, if you have receipts in your system and you have activated dispatching of receipts, then you can see here whether the receipt was successfully dispatched to an external system like SAP S/4HANA. And here you can see that this has failed. Now you can dispatch this receipt by clicking on dispatch all failed postings. However, imagine if you have hundreds of such receipts, then you would not like to do it manually, and this is where the jobs helps you, so that you can schedule the job and it can periodically check which are the failed transactions and try to forward it again to the concerned external system. Receipt gap finding report. If you go to monitoring reports, you will notice that there is a new report called Receipt Gap Finder. And in this report, you can select a time period and you can select if you want some POS systems and fire this report. And below, then you can see for each POS system, which are the receipts which have not yet reached SAP Customer Checkout Manager. The third is that cancelled receipts are part of sales summary. So if you go to sales summary and you look in the details of a sales summary and the receipt tab, now you can see that also receipts which are marked as cancelled, which can be identified that they are striked out, they are part of the sales summary and they are shown in this view. This helps you to see that for the receipt numbering, there is a sequence and some numbers are not missed out in this view, which used to earlier cause confusion. Table service enhancements. Count of customers on table, table app in Manager, order overview in Manager. For customer count, when you are using customer checkout in table service mode, you add the necessary item and you try to finish the transaction, then you get a message that customer count is not set. So now you can click on the necessary function and you can enter how many customers are sitting on the table. Table app in SAP Customer Checkout Manager. So earlier you can see in Customer Checkout all the different tables that are open. However, if you go to SAP Customer Checkout Manager, you cannot see this data. That's why we have a new app in Customer Checkout Manager called Tables. And in this app, you can see which are the tables which are open, which is the serving staff to which the table is assigned, and what is the open amount for this table. The third is the order overview in Customer Checkout Manager. So if you go to receipts and you go to the receipt details, then you can see that there is a new tab called orders, and in this orders tab you can see how many times the orders was placed and what items was ordered. As the name suggests, we now support article label printing, so that you can print labels for your articles and paste them in the product or maybe the product cover. Article label printing is supported from SAP Customer Checkout Manager. In Manager, now in the jobs area, we have a new jobs for article label printing. Here you can specify the necessary parameters and then execute the job. As soon as the job is executed successfully, you can download this file. The output is a ZPL Zebra programming language, quite a popular language for this purpose. I will copy the output and paste it in an online simulator, and then I execute, and you can see how the output will look like. And finally, when you print this file with the printer, this is how your labels will be printed. Basic stock management. Let's look directly in the system what all we support for stock management. In POS configuration, we have a new app called Warehouse or Stock Locations. Here you can maintain all your different stock locations. In the articles app, there is a new tab called warehouses or stock locations. Here you can assign the relevant stock locations to your articles. And here you can also see the available stock for a particular item. The next very important completely new app is called stock transactions. In the stock transaction app, you can create goods receipt, goods issued or stock corrections. You can add different items, warehouses and the quantity when creating these transactions. Also, we have some reports. When you go to monitoring reports, there are two new reports. One is article stock information. In this report, you can see the stock information for a range of articles that you have selected against a particular warehouse. The second is the article transaction history. Here you can select an article and a list of warehouses, and then you can see all the transactions that has happened for this article and warehouses. In SAP Customer Checkout, now we support stock overview with Customer Checkout Manager. So when you have the article in the sales grid or in the article search, you can perform stock overview. This fetches the stock information of the article from Manager and displays it. As the name suggests, article image, now we support assignment of images to articles. In the articles app, we have a new tab called images, and here now you can assign images for sales screen and also the images that you want to use in quick selection. In customer checkout, if you now scan this article, then you will see the image of this article in the new component that we have for article image. And when you scan another article where there is no image, then you will not see the image of the article. Sales set with variable price. Let me show you directly in the system for easy explanation. In Customer Checkout Manager Articles app, I have created two sets. These two sets are exactly the same. So if I look at the components, they are exactly the same. But for this set, I have entered that there is a fixed price of €10. There is another set which I have called as Burger set variable price, which has the same components like the previous one I showed you. However, for price, I have entered here 0. 0 means that this is a variable price set and the price of the set will be based on the price of the components. Now, in SAP Customer Checkout, when I select this set, I will select the same articles and you can see that this was a variable price set. So the price is €24.10 compared to the second one, which has the same article but has a fixed price of €10. So you can decide to use either variable price set or fixed price set. Gift card migration. This is self-explanatory. In Customer Checkout Manager, if you go to the migrations app, earlier we had migrations for article users and customers, and now it is also possible to migrate gift card or vouchers. You can download the template, fill it, and migrate your legacy data into SAP Customer Checkout Manager. The last topic for the video are the several changes that we have done in the area of data privacy and protection. Let's look into these one by one in the system. When you go into the change logs app for this customer called Vikas Bansal, you can see here now that we have a new field called change to, so that you can see what was the old value for tax ID and what is the new value for tax ID. Jobs for blocking and deletion of personal data. Earlier, it was possible to block and delete personal data with a job. However, it was not possible to schedule this as a job. And now in the jobs area, if you have the permission for data privacy, then you can see this new job, data privacy blocking and deletion of personal data, and you can schedule this job based on your needs. In the area of personal data disclosure, if you look into the details of any customer, then we have a new tab here called receipts. And in this tab, you can see all the receipts created for this customer. In the same way, if you look for users, then for the users also, we have a new tab called time recording. And here you can see all the time recording for this user. And finally, the last topic, if you go into time recording, we have a details view for this page. And in the detail view, you can also see who performed the manual punch out and what was the time at which the manual punch out was performed. I hope you liked the video and got a good overview of what's new in Feature Pack 09 in Customer Checkout.